So we doing the apple cider vinegar rinse on the dreads. Babe, how long you been growing your dread?
7 years.
7 years. 7 years, and we did the washing all the time. So we doing the apple cider washing today. You see the apple cider vinegar, ABC, and the baking soda. And then on the second wash, we're gonna do this with lemon juice. Lemon juice is always good for the scalp. All this stuff is antibacterial. If you didn't know, kills bacteria. Anything that would grow, and hair holds a lot of bacteria, especially if it ain't greased and all kinds of things. But black people have naturally greasy scalps and greasy hair. So what we're doing, we're gonna soak this for what, 20 minutes, and that's what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna just be squeezing and getting this concoction all through the dreadlocks. I'm gonna be taking one individually and checking it for the build up, and that's what we're gonna do. So, first time rinsing with apple cider vinegar?
Second time.
Second apple cider vinegar. Okay. Well, the first time I didn't do it. I'm doing it this time, so this time's gonna be good. Help both of us learn me something and get her right.
Yeah, because I struggled the first time.
Oh, you did it yourself the first time?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Add a little more baking soda. You can get me one of these?
It's another one. I think it's behind you.
A little more AC. You see that bubbling action we getting, y'all? That's what you want to see. That lets you know it's activating. That's activation. All that right there is just eating up anything that shouldn't be in the hair, man. Activation. You see what we're doing? And we're just gonna soak it, squeeze it. That water's changing colors. All the product is coming out of it. And this is what we're gonna do and be doing. You see, I had dread one time, but as you can tell, life says you ain't gonna keep no dread. Life did this to me. And I never had an AC vinegar thing when I had my locks. I had locks. That's another thing, fellas. You can just get intimate with your woman. You can damn rub her head and make her feel like she's special. You know what I mean? But that's what it's about. Getting this water to change up. Getting these dreads clean. And I'll be back on the next go around. Now all I'm doing in the process, man, is squeezing the hair and releasing anything that ain't supposed to be in there. Any impurities, any product buildup, anything that just don't need to be in the hair. And it also freshens the hair, man. One thing about apple cider vinegar, you can clean with vinegar, man. People don't know that. They think the smell is bad, but it is antibacterial. It is just like using bleach, but a safer alternative to bleach. And it does not safe for animals and everything, man. So it's not a carcinogen like bleach and all these other chemicals are, man. So another good thing about apple cider vinegar, if you drink it and dilute it in water and drink it, it helps lower blood pressure. All other kinds of benefits, man. You should look up the benefits to apple cider vinegar. We have been using this for ages. People will tell you that the race of humans on this planet are just 2,000 years old, or we're 10,000 years old, but man, we are eons old. There has never been a time where the black man and woman did not exist, either physically or spiritually. We have always been in existence as far as the thought of the Creator, and we manifest it into the image of the Creator, image and likeness. And we have been using this because we always had natural hair. We didn't perm our hair until we became captive and were trained to be ashamed of our natural beauty. They took what was beautiful to us and made it look bad. So we all changed our image. Men started cutting their hair low, and women started perming and adding other hair into their hair, which is, hey, it's okay, whatever floats your boat, but understand that your natural appearance is the most beautiful thing God made. When you look in the mirror, at your natural self, man, that is the most beautiful creation of God. It was a thought that he put together, it put together, she put together, they put together, and created you. A lot of us look at our natural selves and we get disgusted. Then we play pretty and we make up ourselves and we cut our hair in different styles, or we women add a lot of weaves and things like that and makeup, and then they're proud of what they created instead of being proud of what God created, man. And that's one of the reasons that we stay in the turmoil with self and with each other, because we're not proud of what God created anymore. We used to be proud of what God created, and for some reason, man, we are getting farther and farther away from the creation that God made. Just imagine if heaven fell today and came back and God did not recognize you because he did not create what you look like. Imagine that, ladies. If God came right back today and did not recognize you because he did not create what you look like. You have been totally changed by either European standards of beauty or just not being in love with your natural self, man. And dreadlocks or locks and natural hair, they say it ain't for everybody. Psh, bullshit. If it wasn't for you, then you wouldn't have came in this planet with it. You dig what I'm saying? It's for you. These are antennas. When you get deep into consciousness, man, this hair helps you feel your way through the world, man. It is an antenna. It helps you guide. It focuses in the download that the universe and the sun and the earth give to a man and a woman. Particular reason I just wrote the back of mine out. First off, I lost the top, but the back still can grow. So I grow wherever it can grow. And that's what I'm doing right now, this particular time. I'm growing my hair wherever it does grow. A lot of men get shamed of going bald and they just cut off all their hair because they ain't got nothing on the top. And that is a European standard of beauty. See, we don't talk about the men and their problem with the European standard of beauty and how they judge themselves on European standards of handsomeness, should I say. But it is beauty. Men are beautiful too. Women are beautiful too. They changed the name to handsome. You look up the etymology of that word and you'll realize that you don't want to be handsome. You want to be beautiful, man. You want to be beautiful. You dig? You don't want to be handsome. You want to be beautiful. Because you're made in the image and likeness of God. And fellas, if you got a woman who plays made up all the time, it's your fault. It's your fault. Because you never told her she was beautiful, her natural self. You never encouraged her to be naturally who she is. And you're supposed to be her everything. You dig what I'm saying? And if you don't tell them, they think you don't like it. If you sit here all the time and you watching these fake women on TV, your woman is gonna think that you like fake women. And what women don't understand when they see all these women on TV, man, that's just TV. As soon as the video is over or the TV shoot is over, those women go snatch that mess out their head, off their face, out their eyelashes. They go take it off because they have enough money to get it redone the next day. But see, the average woman that's living out here in society, they can't just be switching up every day. So they get the stuff and they wear it a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, and don't know they are blocking their natural downloads from the planet, from the earth, from the sun, from the universe, by putting all this synthetic stuff in their head. And then for the women who say, well, there's natural human hair. Well, you don't know who that person was. What kind of person was that? Was she wholesome? Was it a guy? You know, while you tying all this stuff up in your head and gluing and stitching and weaving, you got to understand if it's human hair, it came from somebody and you don't know that person. And that person could have been one of the most ungrateful people. They could have been one of the most vanity having people, one of the most envious people, and you tied their antenna to your head. You dig what I'm saying? This ain't nothing against what you're doing, but take time out during your busy schedule and look at yourself in the mirror and without anybody else's reflection. And if you tie an animal hair to your head, no wonder you out here acting crazy. You dig? You're acting like an animal. True enough, we are all a part of the animal kingdom, but man and woman sit at the top of that chain because of our thoughts, because of our ability to not just survive, but to thrive. That's why we sit at the top of the food chain. We do not, animals do things out of habit. A horse bends down, eat grass, a dog barks out of habit. We have a right by God to do exactly what we feel like doing, and it's not a habit, and it's not like, part of nature to do what we do. We are brains here on this planet. We control everything from the animal all the way to the birds in the sky, man, to everything. We control it. So when you living synthetically, your life becomes synthetic. And like I say, man, I don't want nobody to think like I'm bashing anybody for discovering their beauty or whatever the case, but make sure it's your beauty. Don't let it be something false, man. And if you do love your false beauty and the way you look when you get made up and stuff, adore that. But understand, it's a person up under that is missing some care, that is missing some love. And fellas, if you ain't telling your woman she beautiful, man, she gonna go out here and tie the wrong person's hair on their head. She gonna tie the wrong animal's hair on her head. And then you wonder why your goddamn household is all crazy and she's all crazy. This shit soaks directly into the brain. That's why the hair is on the head. It soaks directly into the head. You dig what I'm saying? They have did autopsies on women and they found perm on their brains, eating their damn brains up. You see? That's why I encourage women to be natural. And they be like, it's too hard, it's calm to. If you comb it every day, it will train. Your mama say, gotta train your hair to lay down. That's what they mean. By doing it every day, greasing and combing, and it trains the hair to lay in place. And if you don't want to do that, hey, go lock it up. Or, hey, cut that shit off and brush it. But you lose your antenna. But you gotta train your hair. Yeah, nothing that's worth having is just miraculously done right. You gotta train it, man. We have the most kingly. They called it kinky. When they asked us the first time, what kind of hair do you have? We said we have kingly hair. And then they told everybody, hey man, they have kingly hair. Because it stands up on like a crown on your head when it grows out your scalp. Then they made fun of us and saying it was kinky. That's where the word kinky came from. Because we told them it was kingly. They translated that into kinky. And that's where you get that from, man. But fellas, ladies, hey, sometimes take that makeup off, take them eyelashes off, take that perm out, and look at what God made and fall in love with that. You did. Now for round two, man, it's just one more soak for about 15 minutes. And that's what we're gonna do. But like I was saying, man, fall in love with yourself one time, ladies. Forget what society has said, forget what the TV has said, and fall in love with yourself. It's hard for everybody, man, because everybody has a different look and opinion of themselves. My wife did not want to do it, till I asked her to, because I knew what the chemicals and everything does to your hair, does to your mind, does to your soul, man. You got to think, it's nothing on this planet they have made that's been good for us yet. You name me one thing that they made that has been beneficial to the melanated man and woman, I'll wait. You can get in the comments, tell me something beneficial, some beneficial product that didn't have some kind of after effect, for us to suffer from. You dig what I'm saying? And with this hair thing, we suffer slowly. We suffer slowly with the hair because it has to soak through the scalp, through the damn skull into the brain. But like I said, there has been autopsy reports of women having perm residue on their brain, physical brain, man. So y'all gotta think about them kind of things, man. And like I said earlier, man, what if God came back today, the Most High Creator came back today, and He did not recognize you? You know, sometimes you have to peel those layers of your costume off and fall in love with yourself, especially the black women. Especially the black women. You have to. Because that is the essence of life. You, the black woman, is heaven. The black woman is heaven. She is where all new souls come from. She is where all new souls come from, man. And fellas, if you ain't telling your woman she beautiful, she is going to look at something and model after it. She's going to look at what you think is beautiful and model herself after it. Now, if you the type of guy who like your woman in all kinds of different costumes, then fine, that's cool. But for the brothers who just want a natural woman, and then once you get all the chemicals out their head, bro, they think different, you know? They think different. They listen differently, too, you know? I mean, once upon a time, man, I would talk, and my wife would only hear the motherfucker. She didn't hear all the other good shit I said, but as soon as I said motherfucker or bitch, oh my God, that's when the argument ensued. But I tried to explain to her, hey, what about the other good shit I said before I said motherfucker? You know? And, hey, it was because of the chemical blockage. You know what I'm saying? I believe, you know. But, you know, this shit awakens your senses. Now, when you got these antennas and everything like that, and you're not trying to listen with them and feel with them, then they don't serve a purpose. They don't serve a purpose. You just got a style. But when you actually know the connection your hair has to this environment, to your soul, then you have a whole different outlook on why you should be combing your hair. Every time you comb it, it makes electricity. We are electric beings. And all that little cracking and popping you hear, that is static electricity. You see how powerful that could be if you knew how to harness that energy? We used to know how to harness the energy in our hair. There was a man named Samson in the Bible. He could harness the energy in his hair, which made him strong, very, very strong. And people don't look at it like he was harnessing energy with his hair. But when Delilah cut his hair, he was weak. He was a mortal man. You get what I'm saying? So that tells you the energy was in the hair. The power was in the hair. You dig what I'm saying? Ladies, fellas, the power is there, man. This is electricity. It's electric. It can shock people. You dig? The more conscious you get about yourself and about your hair and about your life and who you are, the more powerful this stuff gets. It's some people that can actually shoot electricity out of these things. I know it sounds sci-fi. It does. It does. But until you see it and have seen it and have done it, you understand that you are more powerful. We are walking gods on this planet. They have took us to the point where we are mere men and women. They want us to stay boys and girls and animals. But we are at the point now waking up, especially the millennial generation, my generation, from 81 to 89, 96, no, 81 to 80 to the early 90s, the millennials, to 89, I'm guessing. The millennial children. We are the gap between the elder and this new generation of some crazy little motherfucker. You know, they crazy, man. They are out there. And it's because nobody can understand them. They can't understand each other and nobody can understand them. So they're out there. The millennial, which I am, we grew up in a phase where everything was coming alive. We grew up without a cell phone, then had one. We grew up with basic regular video games, and now they got fucking games you can walk into. We watched this world turn into what it's turned into. And now it's on us to be the leaders of this world. We are the 40-year-olds, the 35, 40-year-olds. You see? And we have to gap that bridge between these elders because we're going to be the elders soon. And these kids these days are not going to listen to what we have to say. They're going to be so synthetic. They're going to be so synthetic. They're going to be used to not looking at themselves in the mirror of the woman. And the men are going to be used to not ever seeing a natural woman. So they cannot be natural men. Everything on this planet comes from a woman. So if the woman is not natural, she cannot raise the child naturally to be natural. He's going to be synthetic. She's going to be synthetic. You dig? I remember back in the day, little girls would put clocker bones in their head. That's what I think they were called, clocker bones. What's a clocker bone, baby?
That's the big old knots.
Right.
And yeah.
Okay, them big balls.
Yeah.
Little girls love to have their hair done and the clocker bones and the little bitty pink barrette looking things. You just snap them on the ends of the twist. But these girls now, 7, 8 years old, they got weave and wigs on. What happened to the clocker bone? What happened to the clocker bone, man? I swear, I think I'm saying something that's ancient and antique, man. But little girls, little bitty girls should not be forced to wear weave. Your mother should comb your goddamn hair. I'm talking about comb your hair. And it's not happening no more, man. They throwing a weave and a perm in their daughter's head at 6 and 7 years old. And then wonder why when they get 19 and 20, they off the motherfucking chain. Chemical burn on the brain. Not letting your hair breathe, not letting your scalp breathe, not letting your antennas, your halo, because that's what it is. If you grow it out without dreading it, it just floats over the hair like a big old afro. That's what they call it. But it's a halo. Every time you see angels in the Bible, angels on TV, they got this little golden ring floating over their head. It's a halo. It's a halo. When a man cuts his hair down low and brushes it, he has a bunch of numerous rings around his head. They're halos. I'm telling y'all, man, we are walking gods. And we forgot. And we forgot, man. And what's going to happen is we're going to forget who we are to the point where they can put us back in chains and make us slaves. Work for free. Do everything for free. You know, and it ain't going to be us. It's going to be our children's children. You see, your great-grandkids going to be in the middle of a goddamn field picking cotton or whatever the fuck. Because by that time, the sun going to be so powerful that nobody else can go outside. And they're going to force these kids to do manual labor out the door. Fuel is going to be a thing of the past. You ain't going to be able to have machines to run and do it because ain't nobody going to want to convert. They going to just go get manual labor. That's how it happened. We used to be sci-fi. We used to have flying ships. We used to have all these things. And then we forgot who we were. We forgot who we were because we start looking at another person's standard of beauty, standard of living, standard and way of life. You dig what I'm saying? People get upset with me because I say Martin Luther King was dead wrong. We should not have integrated with nobody. We shouldn't beg anybody to sit at their counters and sit in their houses and nothing. Now we don't have no black teachers, no black lawyers, no black doctors. We have a few, but we don't have them in the multitude that we would have had we just stayed to ourselves and developed our nation. My nation, your nation, this Melon Nation. Now, do I have white friends? Hell yeah. I got some white friends I deal with. You know what I mean? If they upset about me saying this, then they ain't my fucking friend in the first place. You dig what I'm saying? If I can't speak my mind around you, then you ain't my friend. You know? And that's what the world has, man. A lot of people don't want to get on this wave because they don't want to offend their so-called friends. But one thing about a friend, you can't offend them. You can only enlighten them. You cannot offend a friend. And like I said, I got a white aunt who probably will kill y'all about me because she loves me that much and I love her back that much. But is she offended by when I say, hey man, This world is fucked up for black people. She shouldn't be because she knows it is. She knows it is. My white friends, they know it is. You dig? And if they ever come across and say, well, I don't like what you're saying, you're wrong, then I will dismiss those friends because I didn't need them in the first place. My uncle told me, I got enough friends. I don't need to make no more damn friends. I got enough damn friends. I don't need to make no more. You know? So I don't have to have friends. I got kids, goddammit. If I want to play with somebody, I play with my children. But the truth is, man, we are losing our way out here. And the more we get lost in our way, the more our children's children will be lost. They will be synthetic. Just a mere shell of what melanation really is and what we really are. And like I say, man, I'm just here making sure my wife knows she's beautiful with her natural hair. I don't care. I don't care for colorizing. She told me one day, baby, I want to dye mine blue. I said, you go ahead. You ain't taking your ass nowhere, though. You ain't going nowhere with me. You can do what you want to do. I'm cool with that. That's okay. But don't expect to be going nowhere with me with blue hair. And that's just how I go, man. And this shit ain't blue, I tell you that. It ain't fucking blue. It ain't blue. But, you know, women want to do that. That's cool. To each his own. Brothers, if you want that to happen, if you want to be seen with a blue hair avatar, fine. You know, it's cool. To each his own. If that's the thing for y'all, that's what's up. But it's black for a reason. God don't make mistakes. It's black for a reason. It's black for a reason, man. You know? It was like when your mama got, what color mama hair? Burgundy, brown. Hey, my mama been having that color hair since I met her. So I can't tell her shit. You dig what I'm saying? Her hair been that color since I met her. I ain't never seen it without that hair being that color. And it didn't fuck me up, you know? But she natural. She locked and loaded. You dig? So it is what it is. I encourage her to just let it all be great, mama. Just let it be great. Quit. It's something about gray hair to make women just feel like they old. No. Gray hair is a crown. Read your Bible. Read your Bible. Read your Bible. Read your Bible. I always revert back to the Bible because I got a bunch of different books. But I always revert back to the Bible because the Bible is the one book that is in every black house. It is a story about you. It's a story about you. The original Hebrew. The Jew. It's a story about you. But they got you thinking it's a story about them. They painted everybody white in it. You know. But revert back to your Bible, man. Gray hair is a crown that should be honored. Being an elder, being older than everyone else is an honor. And you're supposed to respect your elders at all times, or it shortens your days. They say, obey thy father. That's I think that's the 5th commandment. Obey thy father and mother, or your days will be shortened. And it's not just talking about your mama and your daddy. It's talking about everybody's mother and daddy. Because that's also your mother and your daddy and your father. You know? The elders. Obey your elders, man. That's what this new generation coming up behind me is not doing. They're not doing it. You know? They're not doing it. And you know why? Because they're out here fucking too early. Sex changes people's mind. I put a post up today about how people get wild animals, and as soon as they're of sexual maturity, they get rid of them because they turn on them. You know, just like human beings turn on each other when they reach sexual maturity. Going through that right now in my family. And I have warned who I needed to warn about this was going to happen years before it happened. But nobody listened to me because they think I'm on some black and white shit all the time, or I'm on some woke. I am woke, and I'm telling them what's going to happen. And nobody listened to me until it happened. And then they call me, and I be like, hey, I told you that in 2014. You know? Real shit, man. So, fellas, tell your woman she beautiful when you see her without the makeup. When she just waking up out of bed and wash her face. Tell her, baby, you're so beautiful. Man, you're beautiful. And then maybe she'll get confident enough to be beautiful like God made her. Instead of thinking that she has to look at TV and add all types of things to herself, man. The black woman is heaven. I'm talking about this is where all new souls come from. You name one more place where new beings come from, and I'll stop talking. I'll stop talking, man. I'll stop talking. Yeah, they trying to grow them in the laboratory, but them motherfuckers is tripping. They come out here and be stupid. I'm talking about don't even know they're human. They be crazy. But when it's naturally come from a woman, shit. The woman is God, man. And don't nobody understand that. Even the woman, she don't even fucking know. She don't even fucking know. And that's what we got to get back at, fellas. We got to get back at that, man. Tell your woman she's beautiful, man. And as all times, man, y'all GBG, go be God, man. Go be God. A lady by the name of Miss Ann told me every time you do somebody's hair, you get your hair done, you say more hair, more hair.
More hair.
More hair.
More hair.
There you go. You don't say thank you or nothing that. You say more hair. More hair. You know why she say that? Because you can keep coming back if you keep some more hair in your damn head. You dig? More hair. That's what you want. More